So there's your setup on the left before. You can see your hands very close into your body. We're not miles away from the ball, or from the legs, but there's just some space now for your arms to swing, yeah? What we don't want to be doing is going sort of about here somewhere with your arm, because now you'd be reaching for the ball and you'd really struggle. But generally speaking, there needs to be about a hand's width away from your thighs there to your hand, just to give you that space to swing the golf club, okay? So in terms of setup, the backswing now, because you're a bit close in there and gripping it quite tight, you've got to about here now, the body kind of stops moving. From there now, it's more of a lift of the arms and a collapse up here. All quite tucked up here, the hands very close to the body, okay? This is your practice swing now. The hands are a little bit higher, they're more over your right shoulder. That would be a better position there with the club. You've turned more, the fact your chest has rotated a bit more around the corner. You can sort of see your New Zealand emblem there has gone a bit more round behind your right heel, so you're just turning a bit more, which is great, creating some power. Yes, it goes a bit longer than you're used to, but that will take a bit of practice to control where that club is. With all due respect to most people, it's going a bit. I mean, that would be kind of the right length to swing there, where the club head is about there. But you just keep going, and you see the club just sort of ping up by your left shoulder. Okay, that's just you over time getting used to where that club is. But when you first start, people can't see the golf club, so you've got no idea where it is in any case. So it will take a bit of getting used to. But these are your practice swings. We strike the ground because the arms come down, not because we keep our head down. So never, ever, ever try to keep your head down, okay? The arms cause the club to hit the ground, and then we twist through naturally around the corner, okay? I mean, if you think from the top of the backswing here now anyway, if we think there's your backswing coming down now at 1, 2, 4, I mean, your club's going to be hitting the ground about 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 5. So is your head going to go from there and twist that quickly in like 0.2 of a second? If you see a chiropractic video, if you said, so you looked for the ball too quickly, no, you can't look for the ball too quickly. Your body can never really early rotate, but it can certainly stay down too long, causing the club to hit the ground. And the reason why you've topped a golf ball is because you've collapsed your arms, you're gripping it quite tight, and your arms just basically can't fall. The downward motion of the golf swing's not been there. Okay, so you do that in your practice swings, as many practice swings as you can find in the ground as you twist through. Then when you step to the golf ball, you build up your setup, got your space there from your hands and your legs, and now we just swing and hit the golf ball. There's no thought in here now. Again, still better height, a little bit long there with the club as we expect it to be, but you are turning better, at least at this position. The arm is a bit higher and getting a bit more over your right shoulder, which is great. Striking the ground there, good strike of the ground. See the shaft now is a bit further this way. We can zoom in there. See the shaft now is kind of a bit further away from the golf ball as opposed to this, and when you weren't turning, the shaft was a bit more kind of on the ball there. Okay, they moved over that much, but that's enough to make the sweet spot be found, rather than sort of the corner bit where it's not very progressively for a good strike. Okay, so good strike there, turn and twist through, let your head come through, and even allowing your head to come through more freely. There's impact, ball's been struck, still see your nose, still see your nose, still see your nose. There's no way your head's lifting up to it, and you're not saying you're trying to lift it quicker, but you're trying to not keep it down as long, but it's staying down still as long, if not too long, okay? You're able to rotate through. I wouldn't worry about that. I'm just trying to make you understand that keeping your head down is not, no, exactly. It's not natural. Your back's designed to do two things. It bends forward and it can twist around a corner. We're doing that from an angle. If you're trying to keep your head down, your spine goes from there this way, your lower heart, it's not going to work very well, which is why a lot of golfers who've been playing for 20, 30 years suffer with bad backs. Because for years they were told to keep their head down, drive the knees, hit underneath, flick it with the forearms and all this kind of jazz, and lower backs just hurt.
So I chuckle, you got a chiropractor. I thought that was quite...
Exactly, and he's very busy. All right, so making sure we get that body moving more freely. Those last couple of shots there, we feel a nice sort of consistent flow to that swing, and the swing itself just looks a bit more kind of free. Speed is good. We can rotate. We're in balance. You look at this one here now as we swung through. It's a bit like, ugh. Even though you did a smaller swing, you weren't able to sort of stay there. You had to sort of step to rebalance yourself because you just weren't in as much balance because your head was staying down too long while your arms are kind of going around here. Where's your balance going to go? Sorry.
Yeah, that's a step.
And that's when you have that step forward. And then people then see you do that and go, oh, you swung too fast, slow it down. No, you didn't do fast. You swung it wrong. And that's the problem. People get taught differing things like keep your head down, keep your arms straight, slow it down, do this, do that, and most of the time they're telling you the wrong thing anyway, and they're telling you lots of things. We've given you a couple of static things: distance from the ball, grip pressure. And then in terms of swing now, okay, the head, we just let it do its thing. We just work on that width in the backswing, pushing the arms away as we hinge, yeah? Just hit the ball. You think about that in practice, do 2 or 3 swings, get a good strike of the mat, step to the ball, focus on the ball, hit the ball, watch the ball, see where it goes, yeah? And then do it again, and then do it again. And you want to get to a stage where practice to me is like you do it so you can't not do it, not that you can just do it once.
Make a habit of it.
Yeah, make it it's a repeatable thing over and over again. Okay, does that make sense?
That bit what you talked about, and then extend it up.
Yeah, and again, the body does that movement, it rotates around the arms, around the body, in the golf club, and the arms lift it. That's the only 2 things in the golf swing, yeah? If you blend those 2 together, you get the golf club back to the ball fairly consistently, yeah?
Cool.
Okay, good stuff. Well done, buddy.